Did you think that you could have a social plan? Because don't do that. 7 p.m. I gotta wind down now.
Okay, so first things first, 8:30. Yo, change the schedule.
I looked at my watch and it is 8:24, which means I have 6 grand minutes to get ready for bed. I'm obviously not tired. Let's do that. Why am I doing this? Okay, so I had an hour and 59 minutes of sleep and I am very tired. So normally I would work out first thing in the morning, but I'm not doing that today. So, well, this is fun. What a great idea. Maybe I just need to be like 3, 2, 1, get up. Wow, it's so sunny. It's like, I know everybody loves their like ice roller thing. Yo, it's awful. It's like cold AF. I'm gonna do this. Let's get some water. I'm at 4,000 steps. I've just been doing some work and now, wow, I messed up my eggs. It's currently 8:30 and I've been super productive all day, but I'm also so tired. But then at the same time, I have like a lot of energy and I don't understand how those two things are happening at the same time. I will check back in at 11 with my pre-workout because I'm going to be having caffeine from my workout. Otherwise, this is just not going to happen. Okay, so overall, I feel like my energy has been just so sluggish, and I literally feel like I don't even look like myself, which is really weird. But one thing I've been trying to focus on is eating really whole foods and nothing processed, because I feel like the processed foods just make you crash, and I'm just trying to keep my energies high. Overall, though, it's not too bad, but it's a lot of like, I could use a nap. Bon matin. I feel slow and I feel like I can't think. Really uncharacteristic because I'm usually super fast. And I overthink a lot. Right now, maybe this sleep deprivation is good for me because I don't even want to expend energy thinking. I had pre-workout this morning and I have an excess of energy right now just because I didn't work out like super hard today. That makes sense? I don't know. Bless. Well, that should cook pretty quickly. So after breakfast, I did some work. I did some editing. I also did some computer work that I had to get done, followed by some meal prep, and then I had some time to chat with some friends on FaceTime. So it's currently 6 p.m. on day number 2. I've just been really kind of like sluggish, and I don't feel like I have the same spice. I'm hoping that the process of getting to bed a little bit earlier goes a little bit more smoothly. I also feel like I've been super productive these last 2 days, and I think it's because there's nothing else to do in the morning except to get the things that you need to do done, and nobody is like texting you at that time, so you're not distracted. Also, happy New Year's Eve. I'm going to bed. I'm choosing to go to bed over social plans. On day 3, I was struggling with productivity and realized that not all days need to be working days. I did my first day of my new program and noticed that my recovery has been very poor as a result of not sleeping. I then ate breakfast and showered and relaxed with some family for the rest of the day. Day 4 did not go as planned. I stayed out late with family and woke up at 5, closed my eyes for 5 minutes, and apparently woke up 3.5 hours later by accident.
So I have some preliminary thoughts just having gone through this for a few days. The first one is the real challenge is actually getting to bed on time and not necessarily waking up at 5 in the morning. The second one is sleep is such an integral component to like how happy you feel and your mood and like your patience levels, because I definitely feel like I've been more irritable than normal. And then 3, it's really bad for socializing. And 4, being productive in the morning is such a blessing. So tomorrow is also my first day back at work, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried because I don't want to be super exhausted, but I will see how this goes.
Morning success is really about having your things ready to go for the next day, and that will make things easier. Good morning, day 5. I don't feel atrocious. My Aura ring died halfway through the night, so I don't actually know how many hours of sleep I got. It's my first day back to work. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what's waiting for me. Anyways, I'm gonna get this workout in, and I'll see you guys at some point today. So it is quite a few hours later. I worked out this morning. I went to work. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, which is awesome. I'm really hoping it stays that way. I just jinxed myself. I feel like my energy is really good. I haven't had like extra caffeine beyond my typical pre-workout that I have in the morning. I'm not like crashing or anything. Great. Seriously great. There are 2 things that really popped out to me. One, last night I ate much earlier than I typically would to accommodate for the fact that I was sleeping earlier, and I found that really helped. And then 2, I took magnesium glycinate, and don't do as I do. It can help promote deeper sleep. So I don't know if that had an effect on how I'm feeling today, but I definitely feel much more adjusted than I did the last however many days.
Hello. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood. I really think it's the sun, because right now the sun is like coming in right, and I'm just appreciating every second of it. It's hella cold outside, but right now where I'm sitting, I feel like there are palm trees around me. This morning I had a rest day, so no gym, which meant that I didn't need to like run around getting ready to go downstairs to, you know, get my workout in, which also means that I had 0 caffeine today. Just for reference, I got ready really slow. By comparison, I listened to some frequency music, and I did some laundry, and I did my dishwasher, and I know it's super exciting. So I thought that I would do a little bit of a different type of update. It is currently 2 p.m. and 1 to 3 is when I would typically start to feel my energy drop, and my energy feels like great. I feel like I've been saying that all week, but I'm telling you, today it feels great. I feel good. I feel like I could go for a run or something. I feel like I could go do like a workout. I'm not gonna do that because it's my rest day, but I feel like I could. So I'll check in tomorrow morning with my final thoughts on this challenge, as well as who this might be for and how to make it successful. So I will see you tomorrow morning.
On day 7, I snoozed once guiltily, but I still got up and I still felt completely fine. I did some cardio after working in the morning, and then I headed downstairs mid-morning to do my lift, and it went well with really good energy. I then had breakfast after my lift, and I proceeded to continue with my typical day.
2 days of sunshine. Here are my final thoughts on this day 7, and I took notes, so if I'm looking down, it's because I took notes. I broke this down into 3 categories. The first one is mental well-being. So sleep is so important for your mood and your energy. I know in the first few days I was like, yeah, look, my energy is really good. I'm telling you, my energy was not good. I was lying. I was actually really grumpy and irritable and impatient. I definitely noticed that these things improved as I was progressively getting more sleep. The second one is your physical well-being. You need recovery time from exercise. Your sleep is so important for this. Not to mention the fact that you get more hungry when you are tired. You tend to make poorer food decisions, and you choose things that are more calorically dense. And then the third one is productivity. I think that we all know by now is a great time to be able to do all the things that you need to do. Wonderful. Who is this for? Because I know that not everybody wants to wake up at 5 in the morning. Just the people that I spoke to this week, they're like, why are you doing that? So if you're somebody who is just doing it for the sake of doing it, it probably won't last. There needs to be like a real reason that you're wanting to shift your whole life forwards. So the first one is productivity. So just having that extra time in the morning where you can get so much work done undisturbed. A+. Somebody who has a lot of energy in the morning and not very much energy in the evening, shifting the schedule forwards. Again, it can lead to productivity, but it can also just lead to having more happiness in your life and not just being miserable in the evening. 3, if you are somebody who doesn't want to socialize in the evening and you need an escape plan, hey, I need to go to bed, this is for you. Somebody who wants to give more to their workouts and they find their evening workouts are challenging because they lack energy, do it first. Do it before your work day. You'll also find that A, you'll just feel better during the day, and B, your day will be less stressful because you started on like a really good note. Somebody who feels really rushed in the morning and they want that extra time. Somebody who enjoys like a very, very structured routine could enjoy something super early in the morning because they will go undisturbed with their structure. There's nobody asking you to do things at 5 in the morning. Not from my experience anyways. And then anybody who wants to challenge themselves just for fun or like for some discipline. 1, you need a night routine. If you don't have a night routine, it's going to be very difficult, but all the power to you. Less caffeine, or at least less caffeine later in the day. So the more caffeine that you have, obviously it's going to stay in your system. You're not going to be able to sleep. Pretty self-explanatory. 3, tailoring your food timing. So I noticed for myself, and again, it could be different for other people, but generally speaking, the later you eat, the worse quality of sleep you get. So I just made sure that I wasn't eating within like 3 hours of sleeping, and I noticed some improvements in my sleep. Did you think that you could have a social plan? Because don't do that. If you have social plans, it's gonna be really hard to be like, hey, it's 7 p.m. I gotta wind down now. I'm telling you, it's just really challenging. So maybe if you're gonna be waking up at 5 in the morning, don't do it around holidays like me because damn, FOMO. So I think I've been thinking about this for a few days now, and I've definitely found a lot of enjoyment in waking up really early. For somebody who enjoys structure in their life, this has been wonderful. It also gives me a lot of time for like my own creativity and stuff. So I enjoy waking up at 5 in the morning, and I think I will continue to do so. However, I definitely will provide a little bit more leeway to myself because I thought it was really terrible to be leaving like social events early and skipping things that I would typically go to just because I have to wake up at 5 in the morning. I think having a little bit of balance and not necessarily holding yourself to such rigid standard could be super beneficial, and it kind of gives you the best of both worlds.